What's up guys, it's Nathan. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different than I usually talk about. Usually I talk about some tip that you can implement in your life that will better you in whatever area you're trying to get better at. But today I'm going to get a little bit more personal and talk about something that I really struggle with all throughout, I guess, high school and before that, and even throughout university, and I still struggle with today. And I'm sure a lot of people struggle with it as well. And that is confidence. All throughout high school and university, my confidence was probably like way down here. My self-esteem was nowhere. I constantly was thinking about what other people thought about me, what I was wearing. Maybe it looked dumb, or I would get embarrassed if somebody laughed at me. I'd get really nervous. Even when talking to girls, I would get really scared. My mouth would get really dry and I wouldn't know what to say. And something that I'm sure didn't help with my confidence was in grade 9. Grade 9, my first 2 weeks of school, I was bullied. Starting a new school, I ended up having to change schools because of this. But just to starting out in grade 9 being bullied really shook my confidence for at least the first couple years of my high school career. And then, I'm not saying that this was a contributing factor, but then all the way through university, my confidence wasn't there as well. I'm really starting to notice that other people lack confidence as well. I can see them when they walk, I can see them how they present themselves, I can see them when they go to talk to somebody, and when they're just going about their daily lives. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I definitely am not, and I don't have the ultra confidence motto, but I have started to, I guess, gain confidence over my years just from experience and from reading and from really thinking and understanding exactly who I was. So today I wanted to share a few things that helped me to gain confidence back then and to continue to gain and develop my confidence. In high school, right from the get-go, I got involved with so many different sports teams: basketball, cross country, track and field, dragon boat, all these different sports. So there wasn't very much time between studying and doing sports, and then also competitive sports, which I did outside of school, for me to really worry about what other people were thinking. Now, going through the halls at school, this was another issue, but that kind of helped me, and even getting better at these sports helped me to develop my confidence. Now, I know you're saying, Nathan, I'm not athletic, I don't like sports, but there's so many other things you could join, like clubs or groups within your school that can help you to learn to socialize and to interact with other people to develop your confidence. This kind of all changed in university because I chose not to pursue basketball and decided to study engineering instead. So I didn't really have that sports aspect of my life anymore. I was strictly just studying. And I kind of noticed that I began to worry about what other people were thinking of me, just because even though I was studying a lot, I was still looking around to seeing what other people were doing in that. But then in my final year of university, I was fortunate enough to join the cross-country team, and I can really pinpoint a point where my confidence shot up, and it was when I became a, I guess, university athlete. My confidence started to increase so much just because I knew people outside of my program, which is something that you guys can do, find clubs or something. Really seeing people in the halls and throughout campus that aren't in your program really helps to bring your social aspect and social aspect of school up, which I found very beneficial. Something else that I've learned is through a lot of reading, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but one of my goals this year is to read 52 books, so that's like a book a week, and I'm currently on track. And what I've been learning from that is a lot of people focus more on what other people think of them than of what they think of themselves. They put so much emphasis on how other people are interpreting them, how other people are judging them or thinking about them, when this actually isn't true. There's a famous quote that goes something along the lines of, you probably wouldn't worry about what other people think of you if you realized or if you knew how seldom they actually do. So like I was saying, if you start thinking about yourself and what you want to do and stop worrying about what other people are thinking of you, I think your confidence will increase so much. And this is what has helped me recently, actually, in gaining more and more confidence. I kind of really don't care what other people think anymore. Well, I mean, I do in certain aspects, but if I do something dumb in the streets, it doesn't bother me as much as I used to. I don't get embarrassed as easily, just because I am trying to be myself, and I don't really care about what other people are thinking of me. If they judge me, great. Even if they laugh at me, and I mean, I'll laugh along with them because it's probably funny. But you know, the funny thing is, they probably won't remember it a day, 2 days, a month from now. So if you really think about it, why does it really matter if they laugh at you now? And finally, and this is something that I am continuing to work on, which can be difficult, is to learn to fail. But not just fail, but fail and then learn from it and then grow from that. Something that I've experienced quite recently. I asked a girl out and she said no. Now I learned from that, and the next time it's a little bit easier because I know I've gone from those failures and I know how rejection feels like, and I know kind of what to expect if I get rejected, and it doesn't really feel that bad anymore. There was all this anticipation about asking her, but in the end, looking back, I think I was worried more about actually going and saying anything than what the outcome actually was. Most people put a negative aspect on failure because it's often seen as bad, but what a lot of people don't realize is that with every failure, people learn from this, and if you choose to learn and grow, you'll be better next time. So whatever you are trying to do, you probably will need to fail to get better at that. If you never fail, you'll never actually grow. Nobody learns anything from doing everything right the first time, because that means they're not stepping out of their comfort zone and growing. So if you learn to fail and learn to fail often, over time you'll look back and see how much you've actually grown just from learning from your failures. So the key here is to, one, fail, but two, more importantly, is to reflect and learn and grow from these failures. So those were just a few tips that I've learned over my years in how to gain and develop more confidence. The first one is join sports teams, join clubs, get social, try to talk to people outside of your social group. The second one is be yourself. Don't worry so much about what other people think of you, because they seldomly do. And the third one is to learn to enjoy failure. Now, not just to enjoy failure, but there's a second aspect to it. There is learn to enjoy failure and then reflect, learn, and grow from this failure. So I hope you guys use these and implement these into your life to gain more confidence and more self-esteem and more general awareness of who you are. And if you enjoyed this video and want to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe down low. And if you have any questions or comments or ways that you can gain self-confidence, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Thanks, guys.